Welcome to our online workshop entitled Borrowing Basics, sponsored by HSBC, the world's local bank, Center for Neighborhood Enterprise, and the City of Buffalo's YMC initiative. Have a budget or spending plan in place. Be familiar with all expenses. Include the ones that involve irregular billing. For homeowners, this also includes saving between 1 to 3% of their home value each year for maintenance and improvements. You never know what can happen. Have an emergency fund set up covering at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Pay yourself first. Treat saving money as an expense that you pay each month. Aim to save at least 10% of your income. Make sure you are financially educated. The need for sound financial decisions continues to be important. There are more and more complex financial products and services available. Sound financial decisions can save tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Understanding the lending process can help ensure financial decisions are sound ones and help protect against fraud and abuse. We are now going to learn about what borrower characteristics are important when it comes to lending money. On a piece of paper, you can take out a piece of paper if you have it, list what you believe are important qualities to look for in a borrower. Try imagining yourself in the lender's shoes. If a friend asks you to lend him or her money, what things do you think are important to consider before making your decision? Lending from the lender's perspective. A lender's goal is to make loans to borrowers who will pay them back and make their payments on time. Lenders review various areas of borrowers' finances in order to help objectively determine credit risk, how likely it is that the loan will be repaid. The process lenders use to evaluate loan applications is called underwriting. The 3 C's: credit, capacity, collateral. Credit, or character, based on how you have handled credit in the past, includes a review of your credit report and credit score. And there are many, but the most common credit score is the FICO score, developed by the Fair Isaac Corporation. The 3 C's. All right, so when we look at this pie chart, we see previous payments, number of inquiries, types of credit, length of credit file, and balances and utilization. These behaviors help your score. On-time payments, lower balances, aim to keep balances less than 30% of your credit limits. Old accounts, long history of using credit is helpful. And good mixes of credit, revolving and installment loans, real estate, home equity loans. Make sure you have a good mix of credit. Few inquiries or requests for credit. A word about credit scores. Long considered an important component of your finances, credit scores are even more important today as companies other than lenders use them. A higher score is needed today versus a year or 2 ago in order to be approved and be approved at the best rates available. Whereas a 700 to a 720 used to be considered a solid FICO score, aiming for a 760 or even higher is encouraged these days. Capacity, your financial ability to make payments on additional debt. Include a review of your employment history, income, and expenses. Debt to income ratio, or DTI, or expenses versus income is examined. Front end ratio includes mortgage expenses, and the back end ratio includes all debt. So let's look at an example of a front end ratio. You have your mortgage, which is about $500 a month. Then you have your income, which is about $2,500 a month. So your front end ratio is about 20%. 500 divided by 2,500, it's about front 20%. So no more than 28% for a mortgage. Some of the things that lenders consider. A back-end ratio example would be this. Mortgage is $500 a month. Your auto is about $150 a month. Other expenses is about $200 a month. Your income still remains the same, $2,500 a month. And so your back-end ratio, if you add up your income, if you add up your mortgage, your auto, and your other expenses, you come up with about $850. Divided by the $2,500 you make, your monthly income is about 34%. No more than 36% for debt. Collateral, any item of value which can be sold by a lender if the loan is not paid back. home, automobiles, deposited money can be used as a security for some loans. Collateral can improve the chances of being approved for a loan.